two more blasts have been reported from Sri Lanka. The seventh blast has been reported in Colombo. Reports for blast at a hotel opposite the Dahiwala Zoo in Colombo is what we hear is the latest development. The eighth blast was reported from Demitagoda. Remember, over 160 people are dead and more than 450 people were injured after explosions rocked the cities of Sri Lanka. I have my colleague Pramod joining me live right now. Pramod, more tragedy in Sri Lanka, two more blasts reported in the last half hour. What update do you have?
Well, it's extremely tragic, and as you exactly mentioned, this is the eighth blast that has been reported from Sri Lanka alone, of which three were churches, three were hotels, very prominent hotels in Colombo, Kingsbury, Cinnamon Grand, and Shangri-La. And the investigation, apparently, as per sources, Shangri-La Hotel, they have discovered that the blast had occurred at the cafeteria, and close to 25 kilos of C4 explosive was used. And apparently, they are zeroing into a suspect. They believe that who had came to the hotel on the 20th, that is yesterday. And not just that, initial reports also claim that all the six attacks in the morning seems to be like by suicide bombers, but all these things will be still under investigation. But this is a seventh and eighth also that's really shocking, and the government has requested the people to stay indoors for some time, as they want to conduct a proper sweep across all the public areas to avoid any more life loss.
All right, Pramod, eighth blast as you reported. Now, what steps are being taken by the authorities on ground? Do you have information on that?
Well, the thing is that, like, authorities, the first and foremost thing they're requesting is that the people not to panic and not to fall for fake news. And the second thing is that they are requesting the people to stay away from public spots for a certain amount of period so that they can do a proper conduct, proper sweep, and find out if there is like any residual bombs placed in anywhere for secondary blast. They never thought that the seventh and eighth blast would occur, but here you have it. One is in Devahala and the other one is in Demitagoda. So that's the reason they do not want any more life loss. From Devahala itself, it's being reported that two people have died so far. It's near a zoo. So very categorically, the strike is only seem to be on locations, public locations, to make sure that there is a larger life loss. That's the kind of like first request the government has placed. And the secondary thing, schools have been declared holiday for the next 2 days. And in Colombo, it could be extended to other places also. And emergency meetings have been convened where the President and the Prime Minister will participate and conduct about the security measures soon.
Pramod, you happen to mention that these blasts took place at three churches and three luxury hotels. Could you give us a roundup of that, the details that you have about these individual blasts, the first six ones and the latest two blasts? Could you just break them down and explain those to our viewers?
Certainly. For now, the reports that we get from our sources from Sri Lanka claims that there is a possibility for them to have used suicide bombers, and we are not trying to claim anything for them because the authorities themselves want to make sure if it was staged or to look like that, or it was an effective actual attack. But the three attacks that occurred in the church early morning were targeted on Christians who had come for a church mass in mass number, because today is Easter Sunday and special mass that is around 7 a.m. The church at St. Anthony's Shrine in Colombo, in Batticola, another church, and the other one is near Combo, of which Colombo and near Combo seem to have attained a larger life loss. Then the next three were in hotels at Colombo, very prominent hotels, Shangri-La, Cinnamon Grand, and the third one is Kingsbury. There also attack has occurred, and from which of that, the first thing they have cracked for now, that's that case is from Shangri-La. They have identified through CCTV camera that the blast had occurred in the cafeteria, and the possibility of 25 kilos of C4 to being used for the blast to conduct, for such a big blast. They've also found out that one passenger is, one of the person had come to the hotel on 20th. All these are initial reports, but they are investigating in this angle only. They were not aware of, though they predicted a secondary or residual bomb blast, they were not aware that it occurred near a zoo and Demitagoda. That's also being investigated because it just occurred almost 15 minutes back.